Suzuki announced a new model to its GSX S1000 lineup, adding a crossover motorcycle that bridges the gap between a sport tourer and an adventure bike. We previously uncovered evidence of the bike under its codename GSX S1000X, and we now know it will be marketed as the GSX S1000GX. The GX steps into a gap between the GSX S1000GT and the V-Strom 1050, offering a superbike-level engine with a chassis with long travel suspension, higher ground clearance and an upright riding position. Though it shares much in common with the GT, the GX model takes a significant step forward in the electronics department thanks to a 6-axis IMU from Bosch. To soak up vibrations, the handlebar has rubber mounts in the top bridge and handlebar brackets. Rubber is also used in the footpegs as well as the mirror mounts with the overall aim of reducing rider fatigue, especially when traveling long distances. Other features include a 6.5-inch TFT display, smartphone connectivity, a USB charging port and all LED lighting. Suzuki claims a curb weight of 511 pounds. The 2024 Suzuki GSX S1000GX will be produced in 3 colors: Metallic Triton Blue, Glass Sparkle Black or Pearl Matte Shadow Green. First off is the suspension, which is not only longer than on the GT, it's also electronic. Based on the Showa EERA, the GX comes with the Suzuki Advanced Electronic Suspension. The system uses data from the IMU and stroke sensors to automatically calculate the optimal damping for both the Showa SFFCA inverted fork and BFRC light rear shock. The suspension also offers a skyhook-style Suzuki floating ride control system that continuously monitors the distribution of the sprung weight and adjusts the damping accordingly to help keep the GX level over bumpy surfaces. The GX also incorporates a Suzuki velocity-dependent control to adjust damping according to vehicle velocity, plus Suzuki deceleration damping control to reduce forward pitch during braking. The GSX S1000GX offers 3 ride modes: active, basic and comfort. Each is preset with a combination of power output mode, traction control and damping control. Riders can also set a custom mode. Other electronic features include a lift limiter, cruise control and lean-sensitive traction control. In a first for Suzuki, the GX introduces a roll torque control system that reduces torque output to provide the optimal acceleration when leaned over in a corner. The engine is the same 999cc inline-4 derived from the gsx-r that powers the naked GSX S1000 and the Sport Touring GT model. Suzuki claims a peak output of 150 horsepower at 11,000 rpm and 78.2 pound-feet at 9.250 rpm. An assist slipper clutch and bi-directional quick shift help to make it easier to shift through the 6-speed gearbox. A twin-spar aluminum frame and trellis subframe combine to balance lightweight and enough strength to support a rider and passenger, plus the optional side cases. Compared to the GT, the GSX S1000GX has a wider handlebar that's also positioned 2 inches closer to the rider. With the increased ground clearance, Suzuki was able to move the footpegs down slightly, helping reduce the amount of knee bend to sit on the saddle. Altogether, the GX should offer a more upright, comfortable riding posture than the GT, but it's still much more aggressive than the ergonomics on the V-Strom 1050. Suzuki made several design choices with a focus on improving rider and passenger comfort. The front fairing has a layered design to suppress negative air pressure and reduce head buffeting, and the 3-step adjustable windscreen further helps to improve comfort. The rider's seat is 0.6 inches thicker and flatter than on the GT, with a tapered front and a thicker material, providing added support while allowing for freedom of movement. The passenger seat is 0.4 inches thicker and 1.0 inch wider for improved comfort and stability. With its longer suspension, The GSX S1000GX's seat is 33.3 inches from the ground, 1.4 inches higher than the GT.